This is our association with all wars. To include individual just provide peace to Texas freedom democracy. That's great. Cheers. Now, okay, you be seated. And sorry about that. Hey, that was my mistake for the week.
Everybody knew it though. They just kept going.
Well, I was hoping. Either way. Okay. Okay. Everybody seated? Okay, I now declare the Easley Post 52, Department of South Carolina, regularly convened. So this midnight meeting is now up and running. Okay. Let's see what we got. Welcome a few people. I think we got some visitors tonight. John, how do you say that?
Ralph.
Rawford? Okay.
I've been easily about 7 months now. I first showed up here when they had the collection for the yard sale for hurricane victims. That's when I spoke to a couple of people. I was going to come last month and had the wrong week, so here I am tonight. My first assignment was actually in Fort Stewart, Georgia, and I did 27 months in Germany. I didn't join when I first got up in New York. I don't know, for whatever reason. When I heard about it here, I figured I'd show up and see what it was like. But I like the area, good people, and see how it goes.
Yeah. It's very good. Because it is different here. Okay, Mike Shirley. All right.
Please.
Just
Talk, Mike.
That's who you are. What service
Yeah,
you are?
just-
Where you live?
My name's Mike Curley. I was in the Army. I live in Central South Carolina,
yeah,
and I'm glad to be here.
thank you. We're glad you're here.
You told me you were in Germany.
He was in Vietnam too.
You're going away.
Okay. Dr. Shepard,
Yes.
good to see you.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, we've missed you.
Well, thank you.
I hope you're doing better. You're still on our sick call list too.
Well, you can take me off. So my next doctor's appointment.
Yeah. When they talked about the golden years, I think all the gold was for the doctors.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, moving on. Papers Dixon. That's you.
I'm Dixon in the Army. I was artillery. Anybody else who's artillery here?
Can you hear me?
What do you think? Did you fire a gun or did you?
Pick up cheaper on the 8-inch 109, 109,
Uh-huh.
102.
It was done.
No, I was on tail.
Okay. No, then, what was done? I fired. You know, I was stationed in Korea and, I went to, my first military experience was at, Virginia Military Institute. And, you know, who graduated from there? Larson.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was in the Army for about 18 months. Really out because I was in Korea and I was considered a hardship too.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I spent a little time in Korea too. So yeah, I agree with you.
I was born and raised in Sumter. I moved up to Brevard, built a cabin up there, and here, you see, home, same home as Jewish.
Okay. And good God. Okay. Anybody I missed? Anybody else new tonight? Who's hiding back there? Oh, yeah.
Range Al Hickman. During the airport at 75, which worked with nuclear weapons escort across the country in the SWAT team.
Wow.
They liked what I did, so they gave me a Rossi scholarship to finish my degree, and I went back and flew on the airborne command for 4 years. But the problem with all that was, they wouldn't let me leave the United States because I knew too much. But thanks to between the Air Force and the FAA, I'm retired air traffic controller. We're in 4,350 states.
Wow.
Just New England's all they got left. We're planning on that next fall.
Oh, good. I'm glad to have you. Now, I'm glad they're retired right now from air traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are having it rough. Short-handed and everything else. Okay. All right, moving on here. Sick call. Looks like we got Critter Humphrey. I haven't heard anything in a while about him, so I'm not sure how he's doing. Larry Holcomb, Raymond Croppo, Lonnie Saxon, Stuart Baylor, Dr. Shepard. We'll keep you there for right now. You're holding the place. Ben Houston, Phil Brevet, Charles Vaughn, Harold Whitlock, Jim Stewart, James Taylor, and Mike Church, who is back there.
All right.
All right. He found his way back from Idaho and Iowa.
Say what?
Where'd you go?
Iowa.
Iowa. He found his way back. I had a feeling it had something to do with his wife.
Yeah.
I didn't like. She tried.
Well, what are teenagers for? Okay, moving on. Okay, financial report, Sam.
We have paid all our bills and have gone taking care of all our to the insurance that we deal with, which is United Christian Ministries, and tonight we're going to take care of sub-state orders. So what we need is everybody work and try to get monies up for Roofs Across America. We need $8 grand to pay for next year. This year's paid for, but next year we're going to pay for. So that's all I've got right now, and I'm going out.
To kind of give an update on that, those wreaths are $17 a piece. And we bought 500 for this year. Well, the last couple of years it's been 5. And 500 wreaths at $17 a piece is $8,500. And I think what if we got about 1,400 of that so far? So definitely need to put a push on that. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
If we can get every member to buy 2 wreaths, we can cover the cost.
Yeah.
We got
And I think,
250 members. If they spend $34 a piece on a wreath, for 2 wreaths, we could cover the cost of the wreaths.
What's the deadline on that?
He's exactly about that.
now,
Across America, it's next week.
Okay.
About a month.
we got wreaths across America is the 14th, but the actual we'll be ordering the wreaths for next year in right at the 1st of January. It's in January, so we need the money by the end of the year, really. Because we buy them in advance. Okay. All right, membership. We are at 63.41% for 2024, not 2025. My notes. That's for this year. Okay. For those who haven't paid for 2025, your membership's going to expire December 31st. So we really, really need you to get the dues paid if you haven't paid them. If we can get 100% by the end of the year, then with them we won't bug you again until July. When we'll start again. So it's easier to go ahead and get it done instead of waiting. Okay. All right, Upstate Warrior. Hey, they're doing a donation of actually Christmas trees. I think we had 10. You go and you've added some to that, haven't you?
15.
There's 15 now.
It's already filled.
Well, I looked at it earlier and I saw that it was all filled. But anyway, they provided the trees, the light stand, all the trimming and everything. It's a live tree, and that's for families who need them. So, but either way, it's something that's new this year, I think, isn't it? And so hopefully next year grow it even more. But either way, we're going to need people on the 6th of December to be here to help give out those trees. I think what's the time on that? Was it like 12 to?
I think it was 9 to 11. In the morning.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna double
I
check.
need to double check that. Either way, we're going to need a couple of people to be here to help with that. Preferably somebody who has a saw. If somebody happens to have a small chainsaw, Mike, I know you got. Hold on. You only talk on nothing. So it doesn't have to be all that big. But either way, we're going to need some kind of saw to trim it off.
Yeah, handsaw it.
Handsaw there. So, but either way. Hey, I got Harold signed up for that.
And some
wait
of
a
us from Upstate Warrior Association will be here. And they already know who they are. They just come in, we put the tree, however they're gonna haul it off. Tie it down and give them the stuff, and high five, and down the road they go.
Okay. When are the trees going to arrive here to be and unload?
More to follow.
Huh?
More to follow. They might come the day before.
Because we're probably going to need some help getting them off the truck and getting them in the building or whatever for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep me updated on that.
Well, and it's from, my apologies. It's from 9 to 11 here.
Okay.
That's a Friday, December 6th.
Okay. All right. Next thing. You can get on up and come on up here.
Do what?
You come here. For those who don't know this guy, this is Tim Conrad, Upstate Warrior Solution. And we have a check that we want to give you for $500, a donation to the Upstate Warrior.
Appreciate that. Well, thank you all.
Speech if you want to, just hold short.
Thank you all.
Yep. You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, a little bit.
Yeah. It is made out of Upstate Warrior, not.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Tommy, do you want to tell us about the Christmas dinner?
Yeah, so the location is pretty central. I will tell you that it's a little tricky finding the driveway. So I'm gonna have orange cones at the corner of the driveway, so you can go drive in between the orange cones. I guess most of you guys are familiar with Easley. If you know where the new traffic circle is at Sheffield and Crestview, come to that traffic circle. If Smithfield is behind you, you're going to turn left on the Sheffield. You can also get on Sheffield from Powdersville Road. Okay. Most of y'all been around here, you drive past there, you see a pond on the left, and then there's a real pretty field. If you're driving towards the traffic circle on Sheffield, it'll be right there in the left. It's a barn. Pretty cool little setup. And there's plenty of parking. There's handicap ramps and all that on the far side of the barn. There'll be people there to help park and point you out. And if you have any trouble finding it, but the address is
810 Sheffield Road.
right. So as far as the meal itself, I'm going to smoke a couple turkeys and a couple hams that'll be our proteins. We're going to have homemade cornbread dressing, mashed potatoes with turkey gravy, Gary's wife is making green beans. We'll have some kind of rolls, tea, and soft drinks, all that kind of stuff. Jerry's bringing his guitar. We're gonna ask him to play before we eat, so if no one will get sick. Okay. We have a bunch of folks that signed up for the desserts. If somebody has a casserole they like to make and would like to share, put it on that list. 'Cause I'd like to come up with maybe one or two more signs if we can. But that's basically what we're working on right now. The post is providing the meal for the members. The $10 that you guys are paying is helping to pay the rent on that building, which we got a great deal on it. It was $400, and it came with all the chairs and the tables and all that. We do have to decorate a little bit, and we will have to break it down and clean up before we leave. So I just ask, once we get done, because the auxiliary is not our cleaning folks, if some of us men can get in there and help take out the trash and sweep the floor, we can police it up in probably 20 or 30 minutes. Okay. But we had a good year this year financially. We didn't have as good a year as we could have to do something a little fancier. Of course, Smithfield's without question moving forward with their pricing is just too ridiculous now. So if you need questions, y'all give me a call, give Walt a call, relay a message to me. Most of y'all probably have my email address. Let's make sure everybody gets signed up. We want to make sure that we get a good group there. We've got a couple folks from the community that helped us throughout the year that will be invited. Rex Rice is a big ally of ours and a big supporter of ours. We will be inviting him, and I think there was a couple others that somebody had put on the list. But it's December 12th. That's Thursday night.
That's fine.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. If you want to come a little early and help out, hang out, do whatever, that's cool too.
There's a sign up sheet over here on the table. Please sign up. Yeah, no. So that's how he gets his head count. Because if you don't sign up and then you show up, you may not get food.
Way more pizza.
What are yours?
Okay. All right. Okay. December 14th. Got the Easley Christmas Parade, 6 p.m. Anybody wants to be in the Christmas parade, I think he's going to try to do a float. We're probably going to need some help getting that put together. I'm not sure of the time on that. Gary's not here, so we'll have to find out more on that.
5:30, I believe, start.
For the parade? Okay. All right. Parade starts at 5:30, not 6. So that means if you're going to be in the parade, you need to be there probably at least by 5. One, to be able to find us. You think. I don't know what the parking's going to be this year. Okay. Also on December 14th at 10 a.m., Reeves Across America, Robinson Memorial Garden. As it stands right now, we are planning for the Easley Junior ROTC to present the colors. Our guys, our honor guard, is going to still be doing the rifle salute, and of course Sam will be doing the taps. Still got a lot to put together on that. Like you said before, the Reeves, we need to be raising that money because we're getting down to the wire for having to come up with the payment because we have to. When we order the Reeves, we have to pay for them. That's the whole. And so we pay for them up front, and that is in January. And right now we're way short on that money. So everybody, please, and you can see Sam. We got sheets. If you want to go put these up somewhere or whatever, there's a QR code down here. You can use your phone. You can scan it, and you can donate that way. We got all kinds of ways of taking money.
That comes to us through the QR.
The QR code is the one I did for is our special account.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And okay, I covered that. All right. Boom. January, just to let you know, we're going to post everlasting service, and that is our annual soup and cornbread. So that night, bring an appetite. It's usually pretty good. We got a sign up sheet for that reason. What?
I didn't bring one with me. Nobody has asked me.
Yeah,
That might be something that we can circulate at the
the Christmas party. Okay.
What you didn't say is normally the men bring in the soup that they make and the cornbread and so forth. It's all furnished like that.
Okay.
potluck.
It's always good though. Okay. I think, who was, okay, old business, November 2nd, we had Golden Creek Baptist Church, had the, Veterans Appreciation Dinner. If you missed that, you missed a good time. November 3rd, Veterans Day Parade in Liberty. On the 11th, we had a Veterans Day program at Robinson Memorial Garden. And of course, the Honor Guard that afternoon went and did a private memorial for veterans in Greenville. And then, of course, the Jerry and Nick. No pictures?
I put some on the
You did?
some on. Yeah, we got.
Okay. These two guys love to go to Croswell Elementary for Veterans Day, and they have a ball. Last year, they were out there dancing. And somebody took pictures of them. So I was waiting to see what they were going to do for this year. They disappointed me.
I was pretty students. The thing is, when we got ready to go, they were lying down every moment. That's here. We went down every ready and get it, gates. Signs with the name in front and the back of them. There's a band in there, and they all signed to start service. It was great.
Commander, Richard and Gary were with us also.
Oh,
Okay, four of us.
okay, so there was four.
James.
Well, I knew you two were, but I wasn't sure who else went. So, all right. So, we do have a little fun around here every once in a while. But with Nick, I mean, he's in his element with elementary kids. Okay, one other quick thing. We have a Walden Hills, May 15th through 18th, 2025. Be in Liberty. As far as I know, we're still working on having it at the same place we had. We're planning this month, the Deerwood Farms on Brazil Road. I've got to confirm on that, but right now we know it's going to be Liberty. So either way, Vietnam Memorial Wall. And when we get closer to that, I'm going to be looking for a whole lot of volunteers to help with this thing. So more to come. Okay, Nick.
Yes, sir. You want to introduce the gentleman back there?
Yes, Mr. Fagan,
Sir.
I was in Bojangles the other night with a friend of mine. This fine gentleman comes walking in, and of course I stood up right away, and he said, "No, not yet." But you're going to school where?
I'm going to West Point, and now I'm a senior at West Point.
Yes. Let's hear it for him, huh? Mr. Fagan, here you go, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm a senior there, and kind of I signed up for a admissions outreach thing this year, so I got 3 days more for Thanksgiving leave than what the other kids there got, so they're all still there right now. So this week, and kind of the agreement was they gave me those 3 days off, and then I just talked with some people in the community, try to like spread the word about West Point and stuff, because it is an opportunity and it is like a school that not a lot of people know about, or not a lot of high school students know that they can do or don't think they can do, but really it should be for everybody, and everybody can do it if they're committed enough, just like everything in the military, I'm sure that y'all know. And so yeah, I'm here, kind of weird because I'm obviously not recruiting any of y'all, or unless y'all want to come back to knowledge, but no, just kind of spreading the word still. I know some of y'all have grandkids, maybe in high school, family friends in high school. stuff like that. Kind of a background on me. I'm Ford Fagan. I'm from Clemson, but we just moved to Pendleton. So just lived in the upstate for a while. I'm a senior there, like I said. I'm on the handball team there, so kind of a fun club to do. There's a lot of fun clubs to do. Um, Upstate New York, that's where it's located at. So there's a little bit, not much to do in the area, but you can go to New York City every once in a while. I don't mind to go there more like twice a semester. Really? It's fun when you go. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm looking to branch at EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. I'll learn about that in the upcoming, like right as soon as I get back, I'll learn what I do. So I'm hoping to do that. But yeah, just some of the opportunities there. It's a 4-year school, fully paid for. They give you a little bit of money there, not too much, but just enough to get a little bit of food and have a little bit of fun. Not too much fun though, but um, yeah, 4 years there. Then you're committed to 5 years of service after in the army. So 5 years active duty. Um, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to that after I graduate in May. And just a lot of exciting opportunities that come out of the school. Like I said, just spread the word with people you may know, people in high school you may know that aren't real sure where they want to go or thinking about military. It's just a good opportunity for people, I would say. No, it's real quick. They said here, not just in my house, eat my mom's dinner. So thank you all.
It's first in our military schools. Okay.
You Master, I'm Paul Smith. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
This is fixing to get real boring, Patrick.
Yeah. Okay, just real quick on this, seems like we got some awards when you guys were down in Columbia for the conference. This one is a special children and youth citation. Proposed 52 is dedicated service to our nation's children and youth. The other one is the annual Children and Youth Citation for outstanding achievement in the programs of children and youth. Yeah. So, yeah. Evidently, we're doing something right. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. That's pretty much my agenda. One thing I did want to remind you, there is sign-up sheets over there for the Christmas dinner, and there's a sheet over there if your address, phone number, or email has changed in the last year or so. You need to update it so we make sure we have a good one because we are going to be sending out our post bylaws that you're going to hear about here in a few minutes. Get set up.
Thanks to Rocker Balls here.
Well, let's try and raise your hand.
But, yes, ma'am.
I'd like to say something. This year, the Girl State fee is going up from $340 to $415 per girl. And it's going to be kind of hard to raise that kind of money again. But I have some cookbooks left over from last year that we raised money for. They're only $15. We only have, I think there's 14 left.
I've got one in my office still.
Oh, yeah, okay, I've got 15 left. They're $15. You may have somebody that you want to give a Christmas gift to. And I know you all bought one already from last year, but if you didn't, I beg you to buy
Christmas
more.
present.
Buy one so that we can get rid of those and come up with another project. And we did that yard sale, we used that money also to send them. But I don't know what we're gonna do this year. We're planning different things and hopefully we'll be able to raise enough money. So it comes from over there and if you've got $15, I'm glad to take it.
All right.
Can I say?
Yes.
Just real quick, which we're in time. So, last month, after Hurricane Helene, we had our fall yard sale.
we decided that all the funds were gonna go to Helene victims. Just yesterday, we had a meeting, we decided that we're gonna adopt a small town called Hot Springs, North Carolina, if anybody knows it. When Mike and Allison and I actually drove to Iowa, we drove through it, on the way there, on the way back. Even in the dark, from just a street light, you could see total devastation that the town went through. Buildings were all gutted, these are businesses of these families that depend on for their livelihood. We decided that's the town we're gonna support. We're gonna help them. We also want to bring Christmas to them. We wanna kind of just drive up, bunch of Christmas presents, see lots of smiles on their faces, little kids, older people, every age. I've reached out, sent an email out to the town, the person that's in charge of donations, and asked, what can we do? How can we help? Trying to avoid you. But we also, are gonna be taking donations community and everywhere. If anybody wants to help support this Christmas idea of taking it to little town for us, let me know. Let any one of us, county auxiliary know. We would love to give you some more information if you want more information. We'd love to take your money so we can go Christmas shopping and bring some joy to those families. You can buy it from it. Or you want it, yeah. But right now, we're trying to get the information on the families, if there's, how many children, everything, the ages and stuff like that. Or if you can just even adopt a family and be able to kind of personalize the gift to them. So we'll have more information. If anybody's interested, just reach out to one of us and we'll answer any questions. What do you want to have?
You might want to do the money, if you want to donate money, if you donate to one of those ladies, maybe not me. She's back my way in the line. She might. That's really a good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good cause, and there are a lot of people up there still struggling, and youth is not covered a lot of.
Too, and see if we can get any of them to donate, toys or clothing or anything that these people might enjoy.
Especially the children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna run through. We've had a committee that has been working on bylaws for the post. The Constitution and bylaws. They've been working on it for about a year now. Either way, they have a product that's ready. And we're gonna read it tonight, let you hear what it is. Then after that, we're gonna send it out to everybody who has a good email address or a mailing address. We'll try to get it to you so you can read it, and then we'll talk about it in January. Okay, Tommy, you ready?
You want me to come up there or sit right here?
It depends on how loud you can talk.
We like. What's in on the first page, what he has, we don't have to read the creed and the preamble. That's something that's been around forever, right?
That is correct.
Right, so, we had, how old were those constitution and bylaws we had, Paul?
Probably 30 years or more, at least 30 years or more. I have not, the last I heard, last date I saw the bylaws and constitution was about 1978, so it's been a lot longer.
So the goal is to modernize how we're operating this post and get it into today's standards, okay? Dan Frawley, you wanna stand up and talk a little bit about the process before I read it off?
Not really.
The committee, Cindy, Paul, and Rick Stover, and
Dick Myers.
Ed Shine. You know, okay.
Not really. All right, so I gotta read it. I'm gonna read it really fast, but you guys you're gonna get a copy and you can follow up there on the screen. And the reason I have to read it is because we have to read it, okay? All right, so Constitution of Post 52, Article 1, name. Section 1, the name of this organization shall be the American Legion Post 52, Easley of the American Legion Department of South Carolina. Object. The object and purpose of this post shall be to promote the principles and policies that set forth going into set forth in the foregoing preamble and the national and department constitutions of the American Legion. Nature. This post is a civilian organization and membership therein does not affect or increase liability for military or police service. This organization shall be non-political and shall not be used for the dissemination of partisan principles nor for the promotion of the candidacy of any person seeking public office or preferment. Rank does not exist in the American Legion Post 52. American Legion Post 52 easily. No member shall be addressed by their military title at any meeting of this post. Membership. Eligibility to membership in this post shall be prescribed by the National Constitution of the American Legion. Application for membership shall be made in writing and presented to the Executive Committee during the next meeting for recognition and to be welcomed. Discipline. Members may be suspended or expelled from membership in the American Legion upon proper showing of cause by a 2/3 vote of the membership of the post present and voting. Charges shall be based upon disloyalty, neglect of duty, dishonesty, or conduct unbecoming a member of the American Legion. Any charges should follow State Department guidelines. No member in good standing shall be suspended or expelled from membership until a decision is made. The officers, the administrative affairs of this post shall, except as may be otherwise provided by the bylaws, be under the supervision of the Executive Committee. The term of the office of these members of the Executive Committee shall be for 1 year. This post, by its bylaws, may provide for such other standing committees as the business of the organization may require. Officers of this post shall be commander, first vice commander, second vice commander, an adjutant, a finance officer, a chaplain, a post historian, and a sergeant at arms, and such other officers as may be deemed necessary by this organization, who shall be nominated from the floor at the April meeting preceding the annual election. The annual post election shall be held at the regular meeting in the month of May, and said post officers installed at the June meeting. All vacancies of the post officer shall be filled in a manner determined by the bylaws and shall hold office for the unexpired term. All members of Post 52, while performing duties or representing the post, will be protected by a liability insurance policy. Every member of this post in good standing shall be eligible to hold office. The duties of the Executive Committee shall be those used pertaining to such office and further provided in the bylaws. Any officer of this post may be removed from office for just cause by 2/3 of voter membership of the post present and voting, provided written charges against such officer made under oath in writing by 5 members and filed with the adjutant or commander. And 30 days notice thereof in writing is first given to said officer before such vote for removal from office shall be taken. And provided further than 15 days notice of such a hearing shall be given to each member in good standing of the post. The accused shall be given the right to appear at said hearing in person and by counsel and present their defense against said accusations. The American Legion Auxiliary. This post recognizes an auxiliary organization to be known as the American Legion Auxiliary Unit of the American Legion Post 52 EASA. Membership in the auxiliary organization shall be as prescribed by the National Constitution of the American Legion Auxiliary. Sons of the American Legion. This post recognizes the Son of the American Legion to be known as the Sons of the American Legion Squadron of the American Legion Post number 52. Now the post bylaws. That's the Constitution. Name. Post existing under these bylaws be known as American Legion Post number 52 easily, the American Legion Department of South Carolina. The object of this post is set forth in the Constitution. Election of post officers. The government of the post is entrusted to a post executive committee to be known as the Executive Committee. The Executive Committee shall consist of 8 members and shall be elected and take office at the next meeting following that election. All elections of office should be by ballot, and the candidate or candidates receiving the highest number of votes shall be elected to the respective office or offices for which they are candidates. All all vacancies existing in the executive team or any office of the post from any cause other than expiration of term shall be filled by a majority of vote of the remaining members of the executive committee. Any person so elected shall hold office for the unexpired term of the member of the committee or officer whom they succeeded. A vacancy shall exist when the officer is absent from their elected position for a continuous period of 3 months, considered detrimental to the interests of the post by the executive committee. Post executive committee. 6. The executive committee shall meet for organization and such of the business as may come before it. Call the commander within 10 days after installation of new officers. Therein, the executive committee shall meet at the call of the commander at least every month, as often as the commander may deem necessary. The commander shall call a meeting of the executive committee upon the joint request of 3 or more members of said executive committee. 2/3 of the members of the committee shall constitute a quorum thereof. The executive committee shall authorize and approve all expenditures, shall hear the reports of committee chairman, and generally shall have charge of and be responsible for the management of the affairs of this post. Past post commander shall have voting privileges at executive committee meetings. The Constitution bylaw shall be reviewed annually during the first quarter. Duties of officers. Duties of the commander. The duty of the commander is to preside at all meetings of the post and to have general supervision over the post and affairs of the post, and shall be the chief executive officer of the post. He shall approve all orders directing the disbursement of funds and shall make an annual report covering the business of the post for the year. He shall perform such other duties as directed by the post. Duties of the first vice commander. Oversees the membership and shall assume and discharge the duties of the office of the commander in the absence or disability of, or when called on by the commander, and delegate a buddy check at least twice a year. Duties of the second vice commander. Shall be responsible for building an atmosphere in which Legionnaires have fun while accomplishing the mission of the post. Post calendar should be filled in months in advance with activities designed to engage members. And there's an appendix at the back that you'll see when you flip through there. We're not going to read the appendix, but it basically gives an example of what they want it to look like. Present membership pins for new members and other increments of longevity of a membership to post members in good standing. Duties of the adjutant. Shall have charge of and keep a full and accurate record of all proceedings at all meetings. Keep such records as the department and national organization may require, or render reports of membership annually when called upon at a meeting. And under the direction of the commander shall handle all correspondence to the post. Duties of the finance officer. Shall have charge of all finances and see that they are safely deposited in a local bank or banks, and shall provide a written financial report of the fees once a month meeting with such recommendations as he may deem expedient or necessary for raising funds with which to carry the activities of the post. He shall sign all checks disbursing monies of the post. Post historian shall be charged with the recording of post activities and events, and shall perform other duties as may properly pertain to the office, as may be determined by the post or the executive committee. Duties of the post chaplain. Shall be charged with the spiritual welfare of the members and will offer divine but non-sectarian service in the event of dedications, funerals, public functions, etc. Adhere to such ceremony rituals as required by the National Department headquarters from time to time. Duties of sergeant at arms shall preserve order at all meetings and shall perform such other duties as may be from time to time assigned to him by the executive committee. The sergeant at arms must make certain new members are welcome, introduced, and made to feel they are important to the post. Sergeant at arms advises the commander on who should be recognized at meeting. Finance. The review of the post will be derived. The revenue of the post shall be derived from annual membership dues and from such other sources that may be approved by the executive committee. The amount of such annual membership dues should be determined by the executive committee. The post shall pay the South Carolina Department headquarters and National Department headquarters annual membership dues for every member of this post. Detailed monthly financial report shall be given at each executive committee, showing income, expenditures, balance on all post accounts, and bank statements made available for you. At monthly post meetings, the financial report will indicate income and In the income and expenditures, an accounting program approved by the executive committee will be used by the financial officer to generate financial reports. All income and expenditures need to be documented and records retained for 7 years. File all required forms to the IRS and state each year. An audit shall be conducted annually by the audit committee appointed by the executive committee. It's to be completed by March. An annual budget shall be made and approved prior to the new fiscal year, which is January to December. A budget committee will consist of the finance officer and 2 committee members who shall prepare the annual budget to be brought to the executive committee for review and approved by November. The approved annual budget will be presented to the members at the January meeting. The annual budget should show all categories of income and expenditures. And then there's another example in an appendix. Committee, section 1, commander, immediate upon taking office each year shall appoint following standing committees: Americanism, Children and Youth, Finance, Membership, Public Relations, Veteran Affairs, and Rehabilitation. The committee shall consist of members and a chairman designated by the commander. The Americanism Committee seeks to inspire love of country and good citizenship through patriotic observances, flag etiquette, civic instruction in schools, the Americanization of immigrants, community service, and youth activities such as Boy State, Girl State, Scouts, oratorical contests, school award medals, and American Legion baseball. Children and Youth Committee ensures children of veterans in need of care and protection receive proper and timely services and aid, extends connections to verified organizations and facilities providing services for children and youth, and maintain programs that meet the needs of youth in the local community. Finance committee shall be charged with the preparation of annual budget. Section 5, membership. Section 5, membership committee develops programs to create success for the post in the local community through recruitment and retention. Public Relations Committee shall be charged with the promotion of public support of the Legacies programs by the establishment of contact with the American Legion magazine, Department and National Legion News Service, and local publicity of post programs and activities. Veteran Affairs and Rehabilitation Committee provides assistance for veterans in pursuing claims, understanding their rights, and obtaining their benefits. Resolutions. All resolutions of a state or national scope presented to this post by a member, reported to this post by a member, or reported to this post by a committee shall merely embody the opinion of this post on the subject, and copy of the same shall be forwarded to the department head for approval before any publicity is given or action other than mere passes by the post is taken. Meetings. The regular meeting of the post shall be held at the American Legion building on 4th Tuesday at 7 p.m., at which time may be transacted such business as may properly be brought up for action. Such meetings may be converted into entertainment meetings as may be deemed advisable by the officers of the post commander, or the majority of the executive committee shall have the power to call a special meeting of this post at any time. Upon the written request of 10 members and presented to the executive committee, will call a special meeting of the post. 10 members shall constitute a quorum. Rules of order. All proceedings of this post shall be conducted under Robert's Rules of Order, except as herein otherwise provided in the bylaws. Notices. Every member shall furnish to the adjutant their address and email address for mailing purpose or any changes to their address or email address. The adjutant shall cause notice of the annual nomination and election to be given at least 4 weeks prior thereto. How much there, guys? Limitations of liabilities. The post shall not incur nor cause to be incurred any liability or obligation whatsoever which shall subject to liability another post, subdivision, group of men, members of the American Legion, or other individuals, corporations, or organizations. Amendments. This Constitution/bylaws may be amended at any regular post meeting, provided that the proposal was submitted in writing and read at the previous executive committee meeting for review. The proposal will then be read at the regular post meeting, with a vote on the proposal will take place at the next post meeting. A written notice will be sent to the members 30 days in advance to know them of the date when the amendment is voted upon, and a 2/3 vote of the members are present to amend the Constitution/bylaws. Charities, Veterans, Youth, and Community. Personal funds raised for charity will be determined by the executive committee. Breakdown of costs and income of each item sold from the event shall be recorded. The Honor Guard leader will be appointed by the post commander. The Honor Guard is a uniformed volunteer group representing Easley Post 52. They will provide ceremonial services for veteran funerals as well as civic services such as posting of the colors, rifle volleys, and flagpole. When the Honor Guard is requested, a leader or assistant leader shall be notified no less than 48 hours prior to the event. This will allow the leader assistant time to determine if the services can be provided. And that is it.
You got it. Do all that. Got time?
So, I think what we're doing here is, actually, the executive committee has not voted on this, but we have approved it, okay? We're gonna make some adjustments, we're gonna add some amendments to it over time that'll just tweak it just a little bit. But in the essence of time, and it was discovered, I guess by Walt or whoever, I got an email that we were actually supposed to read this 3 times, Walt.
Well, that's what they were saying. And
So anyway, Walt looked it up. You're gonna get a copy of this, when do you have them ready for tonight, Walt?
we're gonna send them out by email first because it's gonna be January before we even get close to voting.
Okay. And so we're not gonna vote in January, any discussion or anything that is questionable, can be addressed back to, if you'll put the put the committee's
Committee.
contact information on it.
If you know who's on the committee, you can contact them directly or go through either me or Gary, the adjutant, and so that we can get it to them and we discuss it or whatever.
I think the
At
committee
least-
worked hard on this. It looks spot on.
They did. They worked really hard on it.
Well thought out.
And I know the typist back there. She spent a lot of time correcting. So anyway, and then of course I got the pleasure of putting it on the screen. So yeah, I've been through it about 6 times.
Well, I just read it completely twice, so.
Yeah, you did because you read it the other night. Where the confusion was, they were if you go with legislative or where laws are being made, stuff like that, they usually read 3 times, do a discussion and back and forth and all that. But if we're operating under Robert's Rules of Order, which is given the opportunity for that discussion, it still doesn't require the 3 readings. It's just, but we do have to read it at some point. So that's why we were getting it out there. Plus, like I said, what's your thoughts on it? If you actually looked at what we had before was what, 2 pages?
Hardly.
It was barely 2 pages.
It really didn't say anything.
No, it didn't.
There was no balance.
It was more like just the Constitution. That was it.
No, it didn't have a constitution.
Oh, it didn't have a constitution.
We only had 5.
Either way, it was way out there, and this is more in line with what state is, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they were kind of guiding for. And then there was a question they came up with one about putting a sexual harassment statement in there, but I think we're going back up and do it as an amendment later, and so we can just get this.
A policy guideline.
Yeah, policy guideline.
Yeah.
So that we can get this passed and get it up and running. Okay, that wasn't bad. You found that out in less than 20 minutes. Your tongue's
I
tired.
don't understand any of it.
Okay. Anyway, like I said, make sure you have your email corrections or whatever on the list. So, yes, sir.
Are you getting ready to post?
Not yet. I still got a minute.
I wanted to say
Okay. All right, but one thing I want to kind of throw out there was brought to my attention. And back in July, we had an individual in this post that managed to drag in 4 people kicking and screaming to sign up. And that was our chaplain, Nick Villegas. So, by him doing that, he qualified for a pin. So, Nick, my only question is, where am I supposed to put it? Love it. Okay, well, let's go to okay. Yeah, everybody in here should be a recruit and talking to people, get them to come to meetings. And not all of them are going to be quite as exciting as this one was.
Your poor son, I told you, it's about to get born. You had your chance.
But anyway, yeah, we try hard, and every once in a while we try to throw in a little bit of fun. And if you can go in 2 minutes, hold it, wait a minute, time out. Go back to 10.
Yeah, just, I don't know if any of you know what we do at Upstate Water Solution, but we're advocates for veterans. I just want to say that the collaboration, I'm also a member here, right? So, but the collaboration between Upstate Water Solution and this post has really risen. I mean, so many people within this post are volunteering. Harold, Walt, Sam hanging up a flag for me. The auxiliary giving people rides. It's just constantly something throughout the week. I'm reaching out to somebody within this post to help our local veterans who are just hidden out there that we don't even know that are out there. So if somebody finds them, they call me, and I'm like, then I call Walt, or I call somebody within this organization. So what we do here and what I do is just, I think we're making a really good impact within the community and working together as assisting our veterans. So I appreciate everybody dropping what they do for a day when I call them at last minute, and they get out there and they help one of their own. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
To follow on that a little bit, it's been brought to our attention in the office that there are some homeless veterans in this area. And I think in January you go out and try to find them. Oh, I'm happy you brought that up. Do you want to drop it on? Yeah.
We'll wait till December.
Yeah. Okay, but either way, be aware there are homeless veterans out there. And if you see them, talk to them. And try to get them pointed, especially point them to him, because he has the resources that he can help them a lot on the spot. So, and which we call back and forth quite a bit. So, anyway, all right, okay, Nick, do your thing real quick.
Oh, no.
Okay, gentlemen. This is questions and answers. I ask the question, you get the right answer. I have gifts here for
Okay, time.
4 of our military. All right, first question. Who started the draft in 1969? Somebody? Richard Nixon. You, Richard Nixon. You see me after, and we have a gift for you. Okay, for you Navy vets, right now, how many aircraft carriers do we have?
11.
Who said that? You're right. What's the answer? 11. Okay. Now, I'm just going to say this one. No one would get it, but in World War I, the youngest British casualty was 14 years old. Okay, how many people were evacuated in Dunkirk? Huh? Huh? Oh, that's way low.
110,000.
No, that's way low. 230. No, way low. Oh, you're guessing. 350,000. Now, for those of you that were in the Air Force, in all of history, what single seat fighter was produced the most?
P-50 Williams.
Nope. I'll give you a hint. The Germans did it. What was the name of that aircraft? The what? Huh? Nope. VF-109. Now, Vietnam was from what year to what year? 60 what? 64 to what? You got it. 64 to 75. Now, one more. I don't think anyone can get this, but this is really good. There was 44,000 Native American Indians that served in World War II. You know what the Germans called them? The Black Death.
Yeah.
And you know why? They didn't take no prisoners. And that concludes our time. And God bless you for your participation. Those of you that get the correct answer, come see me. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Wow, we covered a lot of ground tonight.
Amen.
Thank you. And you actually kept it under 5 minutes. Okay. Does anyone have anything to add for the good of the post?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I may not see anybody on December 14th. But I just want to let all the Navy brothers and sisters in here. Go Army! Yeah!
I like that guy.
Okay. Okay. Fine. All right, let's wrap this out of here. Go and get locked in. Oh, yeah.
Till we meet again, let us remember our obligation to our country can be fulfilled only by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be ever a main objective to the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful to the honor of our country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy.
Please stand.
Uncover, chaplain, do your thing.
Heavenly Father, we again thank you for this wonderful evening. I trust that everybody that was here, that is here, was thankful and blessed that they came. We have a great time. Once a month, we have just a wonderful time. And we just want to thank you, Lord, because you are the master of might. And God bless these gentlemen. Thank you, Lord, for their service to this country. And help us all, Lord, to have a safe trip back home this evening. God bless other family members that are represented here also. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Please cover. Hey, Sergeant Orange, you cover the POWMIE flag. Okay, please face the flag and salute. 2. I now declare this meeting of the Easley Post 52, American Legion, Department of South